Hey everybody, Todd Caponi here. I don't know about you, but I was typically taught as I grew up in the sales profession that you shouldn't talk about price too early, that you should establish values so that that price makes more sense and has got something to match up against. Well, I always knew in my heart that that couldn't possibly be true. And I accidentally figured it out about 12 years ago when I went into a negotiation that I didn't know was going to be of the breadth that it took place. I thought I was just meeting with one person along with my rep, and I walked into a room full of procurement people ready to beat my ass. And so I accidentally tried it and just said, hey, I know where this is going. Can I just throw my cards face up on the table? These are the things that are valuable to us and the things that could be the basis for the discussion that I know we're about to have. And magic happened, right? For every dollar we gave away in the form of a discount, we got something highly valuable in return. Our deals became more predictable when we started to roll this out more broadly. And like I said, we were building trust to the goal line instead of eroding it via the typical negotiation tactics. Well, I was just one guy talking about it. I taught it to over 300 sellers at Exact Target starting in 2011. And then to Power Reviews, I turned it into a program. I matched the behavioral science around it, and I've actually taught transparent negotiation workshops 7 times in the last 3 weeks. So I've always known that it works. I've always felt really confident, and the results have shown it. One of my clients talks about it making a 7-figure revenue impact in 6 months, and another one talked about the fact that it reduced discounting almost overnight by 24%. Well, I'm so excited to see that the Journal of Marketing Research has now backed me up. In this month's edition, it talks about that exact thing. They did a full research study. And one of the quotes that really stood out to me, which is so counterintuitive, is this idea that our results suggest that leading with this information, once deemed the most valuable piece in negotiation chess, can strategically be sacrificed to build trust. And what that means from a behavioral science perspective is that when we go into a discussion with you as a seller, we're trying to constantly assess, is the juice going to be worth the squeeze? Well, if we don't know what the squeeze is, there's no way for us to match up the juice against it, right? So that we're just listening and we're not built on a foundation of trust because you're clearly not revealing what that investment's going to be. So all of your words are coming through a filter. When we lead with not only the pros and the cons of our solution, which I obviously embrace through the transparency sale around saying, hey, this is what we're great at and this is what is not perfect. And if you're cool with that, you're going to love this. But also doing it with your pricing up front and saying, hey, listen, based on what we know about your organization, the pricing is probably going to fall into this range. We're going to get deeper into this thing to get more specific. But if that's going to be a problem, let's address that right now. And if it's going to be a big problem, let's save each other an awful lot of time. Because in the end, you only have so much time in the day, and getting really good at qualifying in deals that you should win and then qualifying deals out quickly that you're going to lose anyway, so you can spend the bulk of your time on those high value opportunities or at least prospecting into them. And now the research all backs it up. So I hope you'll rethink this idea that I need to hide the price and not tell the client until the end, because it's eroding trust. And in this world of the proliferation of information, the proliferation of pricing information, the proliferation of reviews and feedback on everything we do, buy, and experience, it's not doing you any favor. So I would love to hear your thoughts and reach out if you want a little help on trying to figure out what the best way to approach this is for your organization. Thanks.